Hey everybody, welcome back to Prescription Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm doing a quick hit review of Penelope Architect Series Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Alright, so Penelope Bourbon's been around for a few years, and they've basically been releasing some blends of some MGP distilled bourbon from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and coming up with some unique flavor profiles, and been getting pretty good reviews. Now, I do not believe Penelope is distributed across the whole United States yet. I think they're only in somewhere between 25 and 30 states so far, so you may not be able to get it in your area, but they're getting it into more states all the time. But this Penelope Architect is made with their 4-grain bourbon mash bill. So they have some other 4-grain releases. They've got a regular 4-grain release. They've got a cask strength 4-grain release. This particular one, and they've got some toasted finished bourbons out there. And this particular one is aged in French oak staves. So they're actually working with a French barrel company to use 2 different types of French oak staves, and they're putting that into the barrels and aging that aging that with the French oak, and giving it a different flavor profile. Not too different than what probably like Maker's Mark, Maker's 46 does. They put oak staves in there to give us some extra oak aging. One thing Penelope has on the back here, and I'll give you a zoom in on this, but they do show you the flavor wheel there, or they call it that shows you the different notes that it hits as far as spice, things like vanilla, oak, fruit on the nose, fruit on the palate, that sort of stuff, and they tried to round this off, so we'll see how they did. This comes in at 104 proof, and the 4-grain blend that they're doing is all MGP bourbons. So this is a straight bourbon whiskey, but it's 2 rye mash bill bourbons and 1 wheated mash bill bourbon. So that's your 4-grain. It has your corn, your rye and barley, and also wheat. Now I believe all of MGP's bourbons have 4% barley in them. So basically the difference is in the amount of corn and rye. So one of the low rye MGP mash bill has, I think, 21% rye, along with the 4% barley. So it has 75% corn. They have a high rye bourbon also, which is the second blend in this, and second bourbon in this blend, and that has 38% rye. Along with that 4% barley, then it only has around 60% corn. And then the wheated bourbon of theirs has 45% wheat, so it only has 51% corn, 45% wheat, and your 4% barley. So, but yeah, that's your 4-grain mash bill. Very light nose. It's very pleasant. I am getting some vanillas, some caramels. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some oak, some vanillas, some caramels on the nose. So go and give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah, nice. Yeah, definitely punches with some peppery spice, which is a common taste that I get off of, with French oak staves. To me, French oak staves introduce extra spice, and that's exactly what I'm getting here. So there's some oak there, clearly, the peppery spice. Some good brown sugars. decent mouthfeel. It's not super thin. Decent finish here. It's the finish is not short. It's at least a medium finish, so it's still going. And that spice kind of evolves. It started out on the front edge of my tongue, but now it's kind of back more on the back of my tongue. Yeah, and there is some fruit in there also. Some sort of a berry or a cherry or some sort of a fruit there. Very pleasant sip. Very pleasant sip. So, I did mention the barrel strength. I might say cast strength, but they've had multiple batches of the barrel strength. This is the same mash bill. It's just aged and it's bottled at cast strength without the extra French oak, stave aging. And these typically come in around 116 proof. So, it's the Penelope, the Architect is, like I say, 104 proof, and these come in at around 116 proof. So, on the nose on this, I'm getting more rye spice on the nose, more of an evergreen or pine scent. Yeah, it's definitely spicy. Also, very spicy. It has the oak on it also. It's definitely hotter. Spice is different. It may be maybe a cinnamon spice on that, but it's a peppery cinnamon spice. So mouth feels the same. It's definitely a little harsher. This Architect series. Yeah, it's definitely not as harsh. So it's I realize it is lower proof, but definitely more rounded, just like they were aiming for. And I would say definitely a more pleasant sip, just right off the cuff there. So, price on these is remarkably about the same. I mean, I'm sure it varies in different markets, but the barrel strength I can still find in stores, and this is around $60 when I found it. And that's, I think, what I paid for this Architect. Now these flew off the shelves though, and are no longer available, at least where I've seen. And this, they've already had 2 releases of this too. So this says Penelope Architect Build 1 is what I actually have. They've already released a second batch of this, which is Build 2. And it says it right on the back which one it is. Build 2 definitely has slightly different flavor profile. Some people have said they like it better and whatnot, but this is the only one I've had. And I'll admit, I was thinking going into this that same price point. I was thinking, why wouldn't you get the cast strength, over this? But this is a more pleasant sip for sure. So I could definitely see where I would get this and enjoy this and more than this guy. Yeah, good flavors on this. Good peppery spice, good brown sugar, good oak. Nice mouthfeel, nice medium. Long finish. The spice is still tingling. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Well, I hope that helped. Hopefully you'll be able to find this out there. I know they're going to have more releases coming out. I don't expect them to be vastly different than each other, but they may tweak the number of staves. You know, if they're using 2 different types of French oak staves, they could obviously tweak the numbers of the 2 staves. They could tweak the amount of char on those and whatnot. So they've got some stuff they can tweak around. But you know, this already easier sipper, and the flavor profile is right there with what I would want. You know, if I was just reaching for a pour. You know, this guy's definitely a little stronger, a little harsher. Not bad, but you know, it has its differences. So, all right, everybody. I hope you liked what you saw here. If you did, hit that like button. Leave some comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. But yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Greatly appreciate it. Remember, everybody, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. The best bourbon comes from Kentucky, but MGP of Indiana makes some pretty dang good stuff. Cheers.